The Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Naramon Pansamro. Chapter 24. The Picnic Hut on the Track. The first thing Tom heard on Friday morning was a glad piece of news. The Chapter family has come back to town. He saw Becky with a crowd of their schoolmates, and his delight was boundless when he told him that her mother had appointed the next day for the long-delayed picnic. Invitations were sent out before sunset. Tom had hoped of hearing Hartmut and of astonishing Becky and the picnic girl with the treasure the next day, but no signal came. By 10 o'clock the next morning, a gay company had gathered at TAo Chapter, and everything was ready for a start. The children were put in charge of a few young teachers of the Sunday school. The photo boat has been hired for a excursion to the joyful crowd, carrying baskets of food hurried up the main street. The last thing Mrs. Chapter said to Becky was, "You'll not get back too late, Jill. Perhaps you'd better stay all night with some of the girls who live near the ferry landing." "Then I stay with Susie Harper, Mama," said Becky. As Tom and Becky hurried along, Tom said, "I say, I've told you that we do. Instead of going to Mrs. Harper, we drive up the hill and stay at Window Douglas. She have lovely cakes, and she'd be so glad to have aunt." "But what will Mama say?" said Becky hesitatingly. However, the Window Douglas cried hard, and Tom persuaded Becky, and it was decided to say nothing to anybody about their news program. Soon it occurred to Tom that Hart might give the signal this very night, but the signal did not come two nights before, so why should there be any more likely to come tonight? He determined not to allow himself to think of the box of money another time that day. 3 miles below the town, the ferryboat was tied up at the mouth of a little wood village. The crowd swarmed ashore. Games were arranged, and soon the foreign echoed far away with shouting and laughter. Then came the destruction of the goods things in their basket. After the feast, there was a refreshing rest and talk in the shed. Presently somebody shouted, "Who ready for a bath?" Everybody was. Bundles of candles were produced, and at once everyone began to climb up the hill. The mouth of the cave was high up the hillside. Its massive door stood unbarred. Inside was a small chamber as cool as an ice chest, and warmed by nature with solid limestone. Candles were lit, and the children made their way down the steep descent of the main path, which was not more than 8 or 10 feet wide. The candle light dimly revealed the arched roof overhead. Every few steps, other narrower passages branched off on either hand, for the cave contained a very great number of twisting passages. No one knew the ends of it. Most the young men of the village knew a small part of it, and it was not customary to go beyond this. The procession moved along the main avenue for about 3/4 for a mile, and then children began to slip aside into branch passages and play hide and seek, taking each other by surprise, where a passage joy again. Finally, one group after another came wandering back, breathless, covered with clay and candle dripping from head to foot, and entirely delighted with the success of the day. They were astonished to find that the sun had set. The bell had been calling for half an hour when the ferryboat, with her merry passengers, pushed into the river. Nobody cares a straw for us. Wasted time, but the camped. Huck was already watching when the ferryboat's light went clattering past. He heard on nose on board, for the children were as kind as people who are tired out usually are. The night was growing cloudy and dark. 11 o'clock came and the inn lights were put out. Huck waited a very long time, but nothing happened. Why not give it up and go to bed? A noise reached his ear. He sprang into a doorway. The next moment 2 men brushed by him, and one seemed to have something under his arm. It must be that spark. So that's we're going to remove the stretcher. Shall he call Tom now? No, that's would too silly. The man would get away and never be found again. He must follow. They walked a short distance up the street, listening to the river, and turned to the left up a cross street. Then they went straight ahead until they came to the path that leads up Cardiff Hill. This they took. Halfway up the hill they passed the house of the old wheelman, Mr. Jones, and still camped at first among the Theobashi had shortened his distance now, for they would never be able to see him. He hurried on for a time and then slowed down, fearing that he was getting too near them. He stopped and listened. He was about to spring on when a man cleared his throat not 4 feet from him. Huck had shot into his mouth, but he swallowed it again. He knew where he was within 5 steps of the fence around window glass crowd. Now there was a very loud voice. Redskin Joe cursed her. Perhaps he has guessed. There are lights, although it's late. Yes, there must be gas there. Better give it up, then. His was the voice of the treasure of the haunted house. Give it up. Just when I about to leave this country forever. Never. I tell you again. I don't want her money, but her husband was the judge who had me thrown into prison as a vagabond. And that isn't the millionth part of it. He has the horsewhip lies a slave, with all the town looking on. He died and escaped me, but he suffered of it. Oh, don't kill her. Don't you dare. Kill? You said anything about killing? When you want to take revenge on a petty woman, you don't kill her. No, you go for her face, on spot it with a knife. My God, that's... Keep your opinions to yourself, my friend. You hear me? If you hesitate, I kill you. You do understand that? And if I have to kill you, I kill her, and then nobody will know who did the job. Well, I quicker we do it, the better. Now, and people there. Now we wait until the lights are out. There's no hurry. With infinite care, Huck stepped back little by little until he judged that he was safe. Then he flew like the wind. Down, down. He raced till he reached the wheelman's. He banged at the door, and the heads of the old man and his son were struck from window. Let me in, Mr. Joe. Quick! It's Huckleberry Finn. I tell you everything. Let him in, boy, and let's see what the trouble is. Please, don't tell anyone that I told you, were Huck's first word when he got in. Please don't I be killed. But the window being a good friend to us sometime and want to tell. He must have something important to tell us, or he wouldn't behave so, said the old man. Speak out, Huck. I promise you that nobody here will ever tell. Huck hurriedly told them that he has overheard. Then a few minutes later, the old man and his sons, well arms, were up the hill and tiptoeing towards the French. Huck hidden behind a great rock, listened anxiously. All of a sudden there was the sound of shots and a cry. Huck waited for a detail. He dashed down the hill as fast as his legs could carry him.